Welcome to Mika's Journey, Episode 2, a transition story. After yesterday's Cliff Notes version of my journey, I thought it would be good to back up and just slow down a little bit through that beginning phase that I went through and start there. So starting about 11 or 12, right around the start of puberty, I start to have thoughts and curiosities that I'm being told are wrong. Don't be thinking this. They'll send you to hell. And I guess that would be the start of my gender dysphoria. Wondering, why was I built this way? Why are you built that way? I'm very curious and not getting a lot of answers. And you wonder, am I normal? I really never even considered that I was gay. I liked women, but of course the thoughts I had, I knew if I told anyone that I would be seen as gay and I would be made fun of because that's what they did back then. I grew up in a small conservative area, and if you were different, and they were going to pick on you, and I wanted to be liked. So I did everything I could to fit in with everyone. And it was easy. Like I said, I was attracted to women. And as a teenager, it was really just having a lot of fun, just going out and playing, all sorts of playing. But, to have someone to talk to about this when I was younger would have been good, to have information sources, because I didn't have Google, and the Encyclopedia Britannica did not cover this subject very well. You couldn't go in there and tap on any videos and see what was going on. So there's very little information about anything for me. And in sex ed classes, it wasn't talk about gay rights and LGBTQ freedoms and transitioning and all of that. No, it was about HIV. And if you, catch it, you're going to die. Don't do it. So HIV was a big deterrent. It was like, I don't need to do that. I can continue playing this game. I honestly thought that I'd be happy with a wife and kids. And I was just plain scared to date men at the time because of HIV. There was no way I was going to do anything. So until 37, after my divorce, that's when I decided that it was time to look into this bi-curious nature I had. I think I mentioned I dated my last girl in 2009, and I should have told her that I was bisexual. I think about that quite a bit. But I wasn't sure where I was at that time, and I wasn't sure where I was going. So at 40, I had that first experience, and it was different. It was my second experience that I knew that this was what I wanted. At least right now, this is what I wanted. And a lot of the thoughts that I'd had when I was younger were starting to make sense. I understood why I was thinking that now. If I had had that person to talk to when I was younger, I may very well have started transitioning at a very young age too, thinking that this is where I'm supposed to be. So that's when I really start to see my gender dysphoria start, as I start to alter my body in the bedroom anyway. I had almost completely removed all the hair from my body before, again, my psyche hits me. I'm like, geez, I'm going to be out there and someone's going to see I have no armpit hair and no arm hair and no leg hair. And they're going to say, what the hell? And you start getting those thoughts again, It's not religious anymore. Now it's about your friend and what they're going to think. Um, so at 50, I finally started to reevaluate my sexuality and my gender as I realized I had to do something here. I considered him my dad, but he was my older sister's father, and when he passed, he was the last person in my family that was really outwardly anti-LGBTQ. He moved to the Bay Area at a young age, and he didn't like what he'd seen there, and he was very, very vocal about it. I was never going to complain to him about who I was. Never. It wasn't going to happen. So when he passed, I knew that I could start living my life a little bit more freely. I'd started growing my hair out much longer. It was 2016, I started growing the hair out. And I'd had long hair in high school and loved it then. And so I was really eager to start growing it back out again because the wigs weren't going to work. I like having hair. My hair's nice hair. But getting my eyebrows shaped, that was a good one too. I'm glad I did that. They look good. So yeah, at 52, that's when I started changing my body. Last year, I decided to get the earrings. It's all about trying to look more femme. My voice is rather deep, and there's not much I can do about that. Once you go through puberty, those changes are permanent. There's nothing you're going to do about that. The hair growth on your body, taking hormones doesn't stop the hair from growing. It'll slow it down, allow you to manage it a little bit better, but there's still chest hair that I have to do something about. I have to get rid of it one way or the other, and I hate shaving. I hate stubble. So the biggest hassle I've seen is all the anti-trans and anti-LGBTQ legislation and rhetoric that's going on out there. I'm not happy with what I'm seeing from people, and it's sad. I'm much happier since I've started living my life this way. I can go around with a smile on my face. Even seeing people look at me and shake their heads, I don't care. They don't have to look at me for very long, and I don't have to look at them for very long. So I can walk away and not worry about it. And I keep telling people you need to be yourself, but I meet so many, since I've started getting out more, I've been meeting a lot of cross-dressers who are closet cross-dressers. They don't want to do it in public because they're afraid somebody they know is going to see them. And odds are they look so different dressed in drag, their friends wouldn't even recognize them. One cross-dresser I talked to freely admits that, readily admits, I should say, that their friends that know them as a man would not recognize them when she's dressed up. And the friends that know her as the cross-dresser wouldn't recognize him when he's out. That he says they look so different from each other. So, to me, it's about being yourself. Being yourself is how you get to the happiest self that you are. And keeping that smile on your face all the time and seeing a smile that goes to the eyes so you know it's real. You know it comes from the heart. It's not faked. Those are happy people, and those are people you love to be around. That's what I'm trying to be now. And I'm hoping that through this series, maybe I can help other people come to terms with their sexuality and their gender. Maybe I can help some people who haven't come out but have been wanting to, that have more they want to show. and I hope that maybe at the same time, I help myself too from everything that I've hidden from all these years that I'm now expressing out. It helps me as well. So until next time, this has been Mika's Journey, and we'll see you next time.